Hello everyone, my name is Sasila Derek. I'm a resident of Nachifuma in Mukono district. I am married to one wife and I love the Lord. I'm a student at Africa Renewal University and I'm doing a master's in business administration, specializing in organizational leadership and management. Today I'm going to take you through a summary of a course called Strategy in Practice, and under this we are going to look at the following. Of the organization. Written 2011 defines structure as the allocation and control of work tasks. It is a system that outlines how certain activities are directed in order to achieve the goals of an organization. Examples of structures. We have functional structure. A functional structure groups employees into different departments by work specialization. Each department has a designated leader, highly experienced in the job functions of each employee, supervised by them. We also have a divisional structure. A divisional structure organizes employees around a common product or geographical location. Division organizations have teams focused on a specific market or product line. Such companies that employ this structure include McDonald's Corporation and Disney. We also have the matrix structure. Within a matrix organization structure, team members report to several managers at once. Having multiple supervisors allows for company-wide interaction and faster project delivery. We also have the team structure. A team-based organization structure creates small teams that focuses on delivering one product or service. These teams are capable of solving problems and making decisions without bringing in third parties. This structure works well for global organizations and manufacturers such as Apple, Google, among others. We also have the network structure. A network structure goes far beyond your internal company structure. It's an act of joining the efforts of two or more organizations with the goal of delivering one product or service. Typically, a network organization outsources independent contractors or vendors to complete the work. For example, a car manufacturing company can outsource another company from another country to make the car radio. Another example is the hierarchical structure. This is the most common organization structure type that follows a direct chain of command. A chain of command in this case goes from senior management to general employees through a range of executives on the departmental and the team level. The highest level executives have the highest power over the decision-making process. On one hand, this structure enables organizations to streamline business processes, develop clear career paths, and reduce conflicts. A company hierarchy leaves no place for challenging managers' authority, which can be good in some cases. On the other hand, a hierarchical structure allows or slows down decision making and may hurt employee morale. Examples of companies using this hierarchy structure include Amazon, Sony, among others. We also have a flat or flatter chair organizational structure. In a flat organizational structure, there are few middle managers between employees and top managers. The structure requires less supervision, increases employee involvement, and boosts trust in the workplace. But due to its simple nature, a flat organization structure is typically used by small businesses and startups. Let's look at the levels of a strategy. Level number one is the corporate strategy. This defines what business areas the company should operate in. It deals with aligning the resource areas related or unrelated. We also have the competitive or business strategy. This defines how each business attempts to achieve its mission within the chosen area of activity. It is all about which products or services should be developed and offered to which market and the extent to which customer needs are met while achieving the business objectives. We also have operational or functional strategies. These examine how the different functions such as production, sales, marketing, among others, contribute to the achieving of the corporate and business strategy. This level of planning is means-oriented, and most activities are concerned with the ability to undertake directions. Let's look at the types of strategy. We have the planned, intended, and deliberate strategy. This is where there are precise intentions which are written down and imposed by central leadership. We also have the emergent strategy. According to Misberg and Waters, 1985, sometimes strategy can be deliberate or emergent. Sometimes there are intents that are not formally written down, but emerges over time as part of culture, as a series of related decisions. We also have opportunistic strategy. This strategy, an organization may take advantage of the changes in the market or recognize a new skill or opportunity in the market. We also have imposed strategy, which is basically policies that are imposed by the government. Let's look at the schools of strategy according to Ritson 2013. Number one, we have the planning school. This focuses on past trends, forecasts, and stable structures and environments. It requires detailed and inflexible planning, and it is not suitable for turbulent markets. Next, we have the positional school. It attempts to put the organization and its products in a favorable market or environment. It is heavily based on performance, measurement, and decision-making tools. We also have the resource-based school. This one looks basically to the internal environment instead of the market. It is based on an inside-out approach, suggesting that the competitive advantage of an organization is based on its own distinctive resources and the capabilities. However, Professor Henry Mintzberg divided these schools into 10 schools of thought, such as the design school, the positioning school, the planning school, the learning school, configuration school, culture school, cognitive school, environmental school, power school, and entrepreneur school. Let's look at the stakeholders theory. Stakeholders are individuals or groups that have an interest in the well-being of the company and are affected by the goals, operations, and activities of the organization or the behavior of its members. Categories of stakeholders include internal stakeholders, such as employees and management. We also have the connected stakeholders, such as customers, suppliers, and competitors. We also have the external stakeholders, such as the government and pressure groups. Let us look at the analysis of an organization. An organization analysis can be internal or external. Internal analysis is the process of an organization examining its internal components to assess its resources, organizational structure, company culture, and current processes, assets, and competitive advantage. Then external analysis is the process by which businesses objectively assess the changes in the industry and the broader world that could affect their current business operations. Let's look at external analysis. The external environment to analyze include supply chain, which are the sources of raw materials, the manufacturing process that turns raw materials into company products, and then distribution. We also have the industry. The company should look at the present risks and opportunities within their industry, the current size of the industry, projected growth of the industry, and the alternative industries to explore. We also have the economic trends. A company should analyze the economic trends such as the interest rate, the inflation rate, trading laws, and recession levels in the country. The company should also consider the competitors, the number of current industry competitors with similar products, prices, target audience, and overall company size. Results of complementary products or services on the business's success should also be analyzed. We also have the market demographics such as the age, the income, and economy, the income and economic status, the location of residences, hobbies and interests, and how your products or services help improve their life. We also have the PEST analysis. P stands for political, and under the political we have the laws, the regulations, and the trade barriers. E stands for economic. Under economic we have the inflation rate, exchange rates, and interest rates. S stands for social, such as the age and the population. T stands for technological, such as new industry technology, and R&D, research and development investments. Let's look at internal analysis. There are several internal analysis tools which include the gap analysis. This is an evaluation tool that allows organizations to identify performance deficiencies and internal weaknesses. It compares the current organizational state to the desired future state. It helps identify and understand the gaps between the two states and makes it easier to create a series of actions to bridge those gaps. We also have the strategy evaluation. It analyzes the results of the implementation of a strategic plan. It involves looking back at the goals of your strategic plan and assessing how well you fared in achieving them. We also have the SWOT analysis. This is the most popular because of its simplicity and efficacy. It looks at the internal strengths, internal weaknesses, external opportunities, and the external threats of an organization. We also have the value organ analysis. It looks at an organization's internal resources and categorizes them based on the overall value they contribute to the organization. It enables you to identify your unique strengths and transform them from short-term competitive edges into sustainable performance drives. We also have the Marketing 7S framework. It prompts to analyze 7 internal aspects that should be aligned if the organization is to reach its full potential. They include strategy, structure, systems, shared values, skills, style, and staff. We also have core competence analysis. The basic premise of this analysis is to identify the organization's core competencies, the combined resources, knowledge, and skills of an organization that can provide value, unique value for its customers. Once an organization has identified its core competencies, it can implement strategies that focus specifically on its strengths and the added value it provides. Lastly, let's look at strategy implementation. Strategy implementation is just the process of turning the strategic plan that you have into action, and it involves the following steps. Step number 1, set the goals. Ensure from the onset that all goals are realistic and attainable within your set time frame and the resources allocated. Then identify any key variables or obstacles that may arise and develop contingency plans. Next, we have determine the roles. Communicate your implementation strategy with your team. This will help you establish what responsibilities each department will take on and outline your action plan for colleagues and stakeholders. Next, assign work. Assign tasks to your team members. Each individual should understand the overarching goal and how their specific assignment supports it. Deadlines should be clearly communicated to ensure the project stays on track. Execute and monitor. It's time to put your strategic plan into action. All team members should have the resources they need to complete the task at hand. Regularly check in with your team to monitor progress and address any roadblocks that may arise. Next, adjust and revise. As issues or challenges arise, shift your approach and take corrective action to your process as needed. Share updates with your team and all stakeholders and stay agile throughout the strategic implementation. Lastly, review and refine. The final step of the process is to conduct a retrospective of the strategy implementation. Reflect on the overall processes and review what went well and what did not. Use these learnings to improve your strategy for future projects.